It's a lot to unpack. I got like I got all these emotions going on about my team. Um, 28-23. It's so easy to be a Monday morning quarterback. So many things are clearer Monday mornings. You have to wonder if the Dallas Cowboys are snake bit. Are we poisoned? How did this come to be? Forgive me, my voice sound kind of raspy, but it was, I had did that 2 hour drive back from Philadelphia last night. Watched the game with my son. Had a good time watching the game with him. He been an Eagles fan, and then to see the Cowboys with, 40 some seconds on the clock, and I forget 50 something, 40 something to get down to what 4 or 5 yard line and implode. And so I had that long drive back from Philadelphia, you know, with my thoughts on this game. And my initial reaction, my initial thoughts on this game, I come to, I mean, it's funny because I was listening to some of the post game commentary from some of the former players, the Cowboy players, and Nate Newton hit the nail on the head. The same thing that I was thinking. I never played at that level. We all, as young men, as young boys, we dream of playing at that level, but only a fraction get to play at that level. But because we don't have the physical attributes to play at that level, that does not mean we don't have the mindset, understanding of the game and what's required, the fortitude, the perseverance. In short, the word detail, paying attention to detail. The Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles are evenly, in my view, matched. What sets the Eagles apart from the Dallas Cowboys are details. And that pretty much goes towards the coaching staff. As much as I hate seeing the Philadelphia Eagles coach who looks like a pedophile on the run or a reject porn star, he really does. You look at this scrawny looking, goofy looking guy, like he's coaching this well-oiled machine, what I'm going to call the filthy Philadelphia Eagles. Now I may butcher your name, but I do respect the Philadelphia Eagles, because they are the darling of the National Football League East, the National Football Conference, NFC East. Right now, the Eagles are going into the bye week with a win over their most hated rival, the Dallas Cowboys. How did the Dallas Cowboys get? It's a matter of paying attention to details. We all know football is a game of inches. But how many games, how many weeks are we going to line up in a neutral zone? How many times are we going to line up in a neutral zone? And when there's a big game, how many times are we going to have drop passes? It's a big game. Where in the hell is Michael Gallup? The first pass thrown to him is a drop pass. We don't have a number 2. We don't have a number 3. We have a number 1, that is C.D. Lamb. My son asked me, I'm going to be all over the place here. My son asked me, should Mike McCarthy, no, what would I do? Would I go for the 3? Or would I try to get that touchdown? I said right away, go for the 3 points. Before the ball was in play, I said, go for the 3 points. We can live, we need those points. Hindsight is 20/20. What set Tom Landry and Jimmy Johnson apart from any other coach the Dallas Cowboys have ever had, other than winning Super Bowls? Put the Super Bowls aside. What has set Tom Landry and Jimmy Johnson apart from any other coach the Cowboys have had? It's detail. Tom Landry was a stickler for detail. Ask any of his former players. Detail. Tom Landry was big on it. And if you didn't have the scruples to play the type of football that he wanted to play, you didn't play. You did not play for Tom Landry. And let's talk about Jimmy Johnson. If you were just elevated from the practice squad, and it's a big game, you don't be the one that creates a penalty on a kickoff that allowed the team that's pretty much your equal, if not better, almost half the field to go when they start at 1st and 10. So I don't know who that player, I don't know this player, I don't know his name. I just heard that he was recently elevated from the practice squad. Detail. If I'm getting in the game, you're not going to hear my name on the negative side of the spectrum. You're not. I'm going to play technique football. And then our kicker. I think he set the record for the most consecutive field goals in the league last night. Out of all the teams that we've played, this had to be the team that you kicked the ball out of bounds to give the Eagles almost half the field to complete. And both times, they scored touchdowns. They scored 14 points. You had to make a mistake. You had to have a mistake-free game. I told my son going in the half, the Cowboys have to come out and have a mistake-free game. I said that. Paying attention to detail. Dak Prescott running. You have a defender on you. There's an end zone in front of you, are the sticks, the line, the goal line, and you have the sideline. You have to pay attention to detail. If you're going to get hit inside. Okay, like we on the 4-5 yard line. We have a movement on the offensive line that pushes us back. We get a sack that pushes us back. We had the game. I'm going to say this. Who missed Zeke now, other than me? I knew it was stupid to let Zeke go because in the red zone, Tony Pollard is not that dude. Is not that dude. And Dak Prescott trying at 4th and inches, 4th and 1, trying to get a one. Dak Prescott struggles at that. Struggles at that. I know there's a lot of Dak Prescott. I mean, I was on the Dak Prescott bandwagon for a long time. I really was. And I want Dak Prescott to succeed because if he succeeds, the Cowboys succeed. And then if the Cowboys succeed, then I don't have to hear about haters. I don't have to hear about, someone calling my name out on Facebook or, sending me text messages, But to me, does it look like Dak need the player to be open before he throws the ball? Can somebody please share that with me? I mean, please take the time to comment. I need to have some convo with someone regarding Dak Prescott needing the receiver to be open before he releases or throws the ball. Does he not throw to a spot? When the last time you seen Dak Prescott throw to an area, to a spot? Is he like snake bitten because of the interceptions from last season? Why does he not throw? It's like he just holds on to the ball and I see him. That's what it looks like to me. That's what it looks to me. In his long balls, the receiver's always going. He's always out of bounds. Did you see what Jalen Hurts? He dropped the dime to what? To Devontae Smith. Dropped the freaking dime. Okay, Steele, our right tackle. Oh my gosh, dude. I mean, you're a good tackle, but let's get to work, man. Big games. This is where I love James Worthy. Big game, James. Big games, you got to step up. And Dak Prescott is not big game Dak Prescott. No. His stats look good, but he threw for 44 times. Hurts threw for 23 times. 2 TDs. 0 interceptions. Half the time. Half the amount of throws. Jalen Hurts threw about 23 times. Dak Prescott 44 times to get 300-some yards. 374 yards. Jalen Hurts, 17 for 23, 207 yards, 2 TDs, and you win the game. It's about details, paying attention to details. The Cowboys had to come from behind. My game plan for the Cowboys was we had to stop the run, and we held the Eagles. In my view, we did well with that. I mean, we did good with that. It's just that paying attention to details, and that was the only way the Cowboys could get in front of the 49ers in the 90s. To pay attention to details in the big game. And if you listen to the post game interviews, what the hell is Mike McCarthy? I don't want to hear the damn bottle is half freaking full. I don't want to hear that mess. I want you look at Ferguson and Luke's schoolmaker, the two tight ends, Jay Ferguson. They saw the game as here we go right now. I got someone wanting to just text me all of a sudden. Send me a messenger. Hey, boo, I know this you, man. This is my boy from Greensboro. I'm in my video right now, boo. I have to get back with you. I know what you want to say. I know you want to. He's a Steeler fan. And even Steeler fans are the Dolphin fans or the 49er fans. They all reach out to me when the Cowboys lose. So, boo, I'm going to get back to you, man. I'm going to get back with you. But right now, I'm just trying to, the only consolation I got, the only good thing I have going on right now today is Monday and it's opening season, our start of the regular season for my Tar Heels, my basketball squad. Playing Radford tonight at 7 p.m. So I get to see them have some sort of a redemption season because last season was atrocious. I want to have a coach come on after a loss like that, and I want him to sound like Mike, the Steelers coach. Can you imagine Jimmy Johnson and how he would have felt? What he would have said after this type of loss? Imagine Jimmy Johnson. The mic is in front of him after this type of loss. Or the big tuna. I don't hear any positives what we got from this game. We got some positives. Just some of the things we need to work on. No, these things need to have been worked on already, not going forward. We should be in prime mode right now. Prime mode. It's just one game at a time. I know that's the cliche. One game at a time. Paying attention to detail. Lining up in the neutral zone. Grabbing a guy by the shirt. If you get beat, you get freaking beat. You don't know what's going to happen. Just try to stay with your man. I'm so sick and tired of being in the top echelon with team penalties. The most penalties. I'm so sick of that. Not paying attention to detail. Dak Prescott looking like a deer in the headlights. Okay, snake bitten. He's freaking my gosh, man. Oh, and then Michael Parsons. He's doing his job. He's doing what he's supposed to do. But is anyone else getting to the quarterback on a consistent basis? Before Michael came, we had DeMarcus Lawrence. What is he doing right now? Why is he not getting to the quarterback on the regular? Why is that? And when Trayvon went down, I didn't think we're gonna have, we do not have that elite defense any longer. We have a good defense. We have to. Our coach have to. Mike McCarthy have to find a way to coached his team into paying attention to detail, and I've I don't know what type of plays. I mean, this West Coast offense, but I like to see Tony Pollard come out of the backfield and catch the ball more, because we can't depend on Michael Gallup. He's getting paid pretty nicely right now, but we can't. It can't just be CeeDee Lamb. I like to see some timing plays. I mean, that was Troy Aikman and Michael Irvin thing. That was their bread and butter, timing. Troy threw it to a spot. Michael went there. Period. I don't see that I just see Dak waiting for a guy to be open. Not being able to pick up his second read quick enough or fast enough. And, if he don't have that first read, then he's running. Then he sees somebody's wide open because they have to scramble to get open. Paying attention to detail. I'm J Mac. This is J Mac Sport 24/7. Thank you for coming to the channel to see my reaction to this game, last night game. I guess the good thing about it, I got to watch the game with my son, and I will be going back to watch the next time the Cowboys play the Eagles. I'll be going back to Philly to watch the game with them again. And then I'll prepare myself to watch my Tar Heels play tonight. So look for my reaction to the Tar Heels victory over Radford tonight. I will do a video on that. Please hit the like button if you got this far. It really helps. It really do. It doesn't take much to hit the like button. So please, I'm asking you, please hit the like button for me. And if you watched the video, and if you have not, if it's your first time coming to this channel, if you can consider subscribing to the channel, appreciate it. Get those numbers up. And we get prepared for the New York Football Giants. And we win, so what? We beat the Giants. It's the Giants. It's the freaking Giants.